I looked through, it looked a bit like this. You can see the sun, but you aren't damaging your eyes in the process. Use just one thing, your smartphone. The idea? To level the playing field. The rules of the game are the same, set, hut, but the numbers are different. But sometimes teens use it to bully each other. For 15-year-old Caleb Kenningson, he's using it as a tool for change. But I've been practicing all week with the Millard West drumline, and we're going to run through something, right guys? Let's start. Go ahead. We spoke with the folks here at Big Red Sports Bar. They said 2 months ago when the lights went out, they started monitoring traffic with that camera. Usually you come to a car wash to clean your car. Very simple, right? But lately some thieves have been targeting what's underneath. The app doesn't just show you deals during happy hour. In fact, if you've had too much to drink, taxi, you can call a cab. And here's a tip. Another thing to think about is make sure you close the blinds in your apartment or your home even before you go to bed at night. Now, or a brick and threw it through the door.
Seeing her turn over and the way she's rapidly turning over is great.
That's how Seebeck Raw describes his daughter's current state, 21-year-old Olivia Harness, who was shot on Saturday at a party near 45th and Curtis.
Having a gathering and sitting there, and she received a bullet in her head. Her 21st birthday, that was her present.
She was inside at the time when witnesses say someone drove by and fired shots at the house.
Back of her head, through the right side of her temple, through her eye that lodged up in her navel cavity, which they had to remove.
Miraculously, she survived the hit, and after surgery is expected to be okay.
That bullet, the way they shot that house, was meant for someone.
Ross says his daughter has no ties to gangs and was simply an innocent victim of an all-too-common crime.
It's like we're in war somewhere we never experienced.
War of violence that he hopes will stop.
We can be effective in this community, I hope so. Not be worried about our past, but put together a productive future.
And as he continues to be by his daughter's side, he hopes someone will come forward with information to find the shooter.
She's been a real, truly victim. It's hard.
We're live outside the Nebraska Medical Center where Olivia's dad tells me she is recovering. Now, police say they believe at least 8 shots were fired that night, and after that they were looking for a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Right here is an example of what that might look like. They say they were looking for either a green, blue, or gray colored. Again, there it is, Jeep Grand Cherokee. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police immediately. Reporting live, Lauren Squires, Channel 6 News.
We both love to fly.
It's a perfect August afternoon for Bobby Barber and Alan Lindsay.
We both love aviation.
On this day, their trip to Pittsburgh, Kansas involves 3 special deliveries.
We both have a passion for helping animals.
You see, the two fly for Pilots and Paws, a nationwide group of pilots that volunteer their time and money to pick up dogs in need.
It's great to have them in the back seat.
As they take off at the Millard Airport, a 6-hour journey lies ahead.
It is amazing help.
But to understand the importance of this trip, let's fast forward to 10 o'clock that night.
Touchdown.
Where Debbie David is waiting for 2 dogs and
Weeble's wheelchair for when he gets bigger.
And it's easy to see why he'll melt your heart.
Weeble has a compression in his spine. It's not going to get better.
For now, he's using a makeshift wheelchair made out of a child's stroller.
And we've had pretty good luck with him just laying down in the back seat.
And for the past 6 hours, Barbara and Lindsay have been busy.
I think so.
Picking up 3 dogs and that wheelchair.
He was to be euthanized 3.5 weeks ago.
And the several hundred-mile trip is worth it.
Oh, little man.
Their efforts are giving these 3 dogs a second chance at life.
Look at new friends.
Lauren Squires, Channel 6 News. In football, there are moments and there are memories.
He was really passionate, energetic.
Friday night, memories were certainly running strong.
Always a tough game, first game of the year.
At the Bellevue West, Bellevue East rivalry matchup, just 2 months after Bellevue West's head coach, John Feynman, died.
It's been a tough day all day.
The 2 rival teams take the field with a packed stadium of supporters many who knew John Fineman personally.
He's had that influence throughout the years.
Interim head coach Greg Morosky knows the legacy Fineman built.
And it's an honor for me to be able to step in and do it this year.
He leads the Thunderbirds on the field with someone watching over.
Just a black sticker with a white JF on it on our helmets, along with an American flag.
A reminder on the back of every helmet and the front of every mind.
Still building tradition.
A tradition that continues with the team's first win of the 2012 season. A moment.
Uniqueness was, a lot of John Fineman.
And now a memory.
He's a legend, done great things for high school football in general.
To carry on.
And it's just opened a new chapter.
Lauren Squires, Channel 6 News.
We just got the notice last night, and already we have, 20 bikes.
Less than 24 hours notice.
These guys are protecting our country, risking their lives.
And the Patriot Guard riders assemble.
Today we pray for our heroes.
At the Marine Corps Reserve in North Omaha.
Thanks to the families that have let their guys go.
Families gather too.
It's not only 2 Marines, it's 2 Marines.
Waiting just 2 more hours.
That wasn't nearly the wait for the previous 6 months.
For their loved ones to arrive back home.
Wish it would go by quickly.
And just as quickly as the bikes were started, they were off and on their way to the airport as families continued to wait.
Here they come. It's good to have him home. It's good to see him again.
Patrick Borer wiping tears of joy, happy to see his son home safe.
So we just put our trust in God and gave him to God and said, Lord, take care of him.
It feels really good. It's good to be, back home, I guess.
And the same goes for Lance Corporal Mark Klopek and his family. Happily reunited with his nephew, Ryder.
It's awesome. He's just running around and destroying stuff. It's good to see him just having fun.
And just like that, the waiting is over.
Because of them, our country is still safe.
Lauren Squires, Channel 6 News.